we're going to close the shoulder seams in one go. So you place it in front of you like it will look in the end, then open out your shoulder seams, and then you can put them on top of each other. Make sure that the seams are here right on top, so one seam can go one direction and the other one can go the other direction, you know, and then stick a pin in there to make sure it can't move and it doesn't fold over while you're sewing. And then put your fabric together edge to edge, and now we can sew it. Make sure that you go up slightly and back down here, because that is your shoulder. I very often see that beginners will sew straight across and then you don't have that nice smooth look on the shoulder. On the other side we will do exactly the same. We open out the shoulder and pin it again. One seam allowance goes to one way and the other one goes the other way. Pin it so it can't fold over, and with that done, we're off to the sewing machine. 1 centimeter seam allowance, and then we go up that little tip, put the needle down, lift the presser foot, turn it over, and then we go down. And that will give you that really nice smooth shape which will lie on the shoulder really nicely. And now we're going to iron the seam flat before we iron it apart. Iron the seam apart nice and flat. Fold it over, and if you think that it's a little bit thick or it kind of pushes against the seam here, the neckline, then you go back in. You can see mine does it a little bit here, yeah? Check it out, and if you feel it needs it, go back in and now cut your seam allowance back. If you're using a very light fabric, it probably won't even need it. The other side as well. Great. Now we're going to check it out again. Give it a good press. Yeah, look how flat that is now. That is how we want it. It needs to be really, really smooth. And the next step is to close the armhole. But because we've got this really sharp corner, because our side seam is put towards the back a little bit more, we cannot sew the whole lot. We can only sew a little bit. And then we're rolling the other side in. This is called the burrito method. It's a very good method to do this. And we're going to close our seam around it. So roll it up, place it inside here, and then put the seam on top of each other and pin. Really simple method. And you're going to love it, of course. I'm going to go to one end, put it on top of each other, but remember, we're not sewing all the way down there. It's way too difficult if you did that, but we're stopping about 3 centimeters before the end. There we go. Put maybe a little vertical pin in there to remind yourself to stop here. Then we go to the other side. And we do exactly the same. We will pin here at the end, but we won't sew to the end. We sew about where the side seam normally would sit, at the lowest point of your curve, like that, and we sew from one end to the other. Lock in your stitches, 1 centimeter seam allowance. Just follow the edge and make sure that you don't catch anything that is inside. Sometimes you want to just stick your finger in there and push it back a little bit just to make sure. Next, we're going to cut back the seam allowance and clip it. Clipping is really important. You want to clip right to the seam as well. Not cutting into the seam, of course, but right to the seam, so that we've got no tension when it lies to the inside. And then I just pick up the back here and pull it through the front. Excellent. Beautiful. Now we're going to give this another good press. It's very important to iron every single step of the way, and you'll have such a nice pristine product when you do. Now we're going to do the other side exactly the same. You want to roll it up and then put it into your burrito. And then we're going to pin it again in the very same way. Sew it together, and then we're going to turn it as well. So simple. Guess what? We're going to press again. As per usual. Press, press, press. So that you get such a fantastic result.